Hello everyone, welcome to today's class. Today I'm going to take you through the Shapiro-Wilk normality test. It is important for you to conduct your normality test to determine whether you should go ahead and conduct a parametric statistical test or non-parametric statistical test. To help you, I've already put together a video on when to conduct a parametric test or non-parametric test, and it's on my YouTube channel. So anytime your data set is not normally distributed, it is good for you to conduct a non-parametric test. It's not normally distributed and also follow all the other parametric assumptions. And then when your data set is normally distributed, it's good for you to conduct a parametric test. I also have another video where I've also explained the kind of tests that you have to conduct. Okay, so for example, if your data set is not normally distributed, you have to conduct a non-parametric test, and they are here. And I have videos on all these ones. So check my YouTube channel on all these statistical tests. And then when your data set is normally distributed, these are the statistical tests that you have to conduct. So please check my YouTube channel. Now let's go into today's class, and is on Shapiro-Wilk normality test. I'm going to use Shapiro-Wilk normality test. There are other forms of normality test, but in this case, we are focusing on the Shapiro-Wilk test. Okay, so here I'm assuming that, or I'm hypothesizing that there's no violation of the normality assumptions, or the data set is normally distributed. That's my null hypothesis. But the alternative hypothesis is that the data set is not normally distributed. I want to test this. I'm going to use the SPSS to make our work easy. I'm going to copy this data set I have on question number 8 with some responses that I received, and I'll just put them here. Okay, so from the data view, I can go to the variable view to make some changes, and some of the changes I will make include the question numbers. Okay, and here I can leave the decimals, but you can also take out the decimals. It's not important. You can take out the decimals. Where do you want them to be? You can put them at the center if you want to. If you want to put the data at the center, you can do that. Or you can leave it as it is. It's not really needed. It's not really important. You can reduce the decimal to 0, or you can take away the decimals by reducing the decimal places of 2 to 0. Then I will also change the measurement scale. Here with the measurement scale, I'm assuming they are all in interval, but if you want to change them to ordinal 2, that's fine. Or whatever scale that you think your data set is, you change them into that. That would be great. Okay, good. So I have this, I have everything set. Now the next thing to do is I'll go back to the data view. Everything is set, all the 8 questions and the data sets ready. So I want to analyze, go to analyze. So Shapiro-Wilk test analyze, and then you click on, or you check on the descriptive statistics. You go down, you take explore, and then with explore, you just select all the 8, and then you check the statistics. Yeah, descriptives have been selected, but if you want to select any other thing, you have the opportunity to. Here, you have to change the descriptives to histogram. And also, you have to click on the normality plot with the test because we want to see how the plot will look like. Continue. And then the options, if there's any changes that you want to make, you can make those changes. If not, you continue. And then you click OK. So once you click OK, you get this. Okay, so you get a basic statistics about the number 24 responses, and then the basic like standard deviation, the median, the mean, all of them of each of the questions are there. These are the descriptives. That's not what we are interested in. We are interested in this. This is the test of normality. So here from the Shapiro-Wilk test, you can see that the significance level is 0.01 for the question 1, 0.01. up to, you can go down, down, down. So you can see that all of them, all the 8 questions, their significance level are less than 0.05. And if their significance level is less than 0.05, then what we have to do is that we have to reject the null hypothesis. So when your significance level is less than 0.05, you reject the null hypothesis. So here we are going to reject the null hypothesis because it seems all of them, not it seems, that's the case. They are all less than 0.05. All of them. They are all less than 0.05. So therefore, we can conclude that our data set is not. So when we reject the null hypothesis, when you reject the null hypothesis, then you have to accept the alternative hypothesis. So we are going to accept this. Okay. And then when we accept that, that means what we are trying to say is that our data set is not normally distributed. That's the meaning. Okay. And then once your data set is not normally distributed, then you can come here and choose the appropriate statistical test that you want to use to run your data set. So if your data set has two groups, more than two groups, then you use the Kruskal-Wallis. But if there are two groups, you use the Mann-Whitney U-test. But if it's just a one sample, you use the Wilcoxon sign rank test and so forth and so forth. Okay, with respect to you can also use the histogram and all that also to check. Okay, yeah, so here you can see that it's skewed. It's skewed towards the left. That means the data set is not normally distributed. And here you can also see that from the QQ plot, some of our values are far away from the scatter diagonal line. Okay, this is far away from this. They should be closer if all the scatter plot or scatter values are closer to this, then we can say it's normally distributed. But here they are not. Some of them are far away. So it's once again, it's another confirmation that our data set is not normally distributed. And the same thing applies to all of them if you pick them one by one. Okay, so that is it for the Shapiro-Wilk test. But before I go, I also want to tell you that the Shapiro-Wilk test work with the Kolmogorov-Smirnov. So any of them that you use, it should give you the similar or almost the same answer. And as you can see, they are all tests of normality. Okay, so you can report this in your analysis. So you copy this. How do you copy this? It's easy. You can just copy and then just go and paste them in your work. So you copy from here, you right click, and then you copy, then you go and paste the thing in your work. And you interpret by saying that the data set is not normally distributed. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best and see you in my subsequent class. And all the best. Bye.